A reading from the Gospel of St. Morse. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with the Lord, and the Word was wrath. And the wrath came from the sky and from the sea. In the morning the star fell to the world of furies. The brothers knew of the morning star, but foolishly paid no heed to the signs. From the sky came the warrior, the child, the machine that is also called the bishop, and the Redeemer that is called Ripley. However, the brothers had been at first fooled by the morning star, for they saw her only as a temptress. For the morning star is full of deception, and the brothers believed it had brought with it only discord, saw they only treachery and not salvation. Clemens the Merciful first found the fallen star adrift on the raging sea, and the Redeemer that is called the temptress washed upon its shore. The temptress was brought to the chamber of Clemens, for he was a healer. "Go ye to the beach," he cried to the brothers that had gathered. "When you are there, check if there are more souls that the waves have given up." The morning star was brought into the jail. "Make haste," the brothers cried, "for it shall be cold and dark in short order." The time of darkness was upon them. Aaron the Doubting, a sister of jailers, who was also named 85, called the brothers to assemble in the area of assemblage. Father Dillon led the brothers in prayer. "Give us strength, O Lord, to endure. We recognize that we are poor sinners in the hands of an angry God. Let the circle be unbroken until the day. Amen." Then Andrews the jailer proclaimed, "Pay heed to my words, for I am the teller of truths. This morrow a lifeboat fell from the heavens into our midst. The man and child have passed from this world. A broken automaton there was also. A woman still lives." This revelation caused much consternation. "I have taken a vow of chastity," declared St. Morse. "I shall lay not with man nor beast, and especially not with a woman. All here have taken this vow. And it is unholy in my sight that the company of West and East should let the woman walk freely amongst my brothers wheretofore she may tempt them. For St. Morse knew not that she had come to redeem him." Father Dillon spoke in support of St. Morse. "My brother speaks truly. An outsider threatens our harmony and our unity, especially if this outsider be a woman. I know your feelings thus, and have requested that she be fetched with utmost haste and taken from our world," said the master of jailers. Much scoffing and mocking there was amongst the brothers, for none had ever come to the world of furies in utmost haste. "Will the woman be healed?" Andrews queried of Clemens. "The nature of her wounds are not grievous," Clemens said. "Just so, she should not leave the house of the infirm until she be fetched," the master of jailers so ordered. Upon awakening, the temptress that is also called Redeemer arose and found she was unclothed. Clemens the Merciful told her that her companions had passed, and she wished to be taken to the place where the morning star had been taken. Clemens averted his gaze and gave her the attire of men, for there was not appropriate clothing for a woman. The Redeemer's companions, the warrior and the child, had been taken from that place to another place. Though she looked and saw the bedding upon which the child had slept, and it had been befouled by the mark of the beast. Then Clemens took her to view their forms, so that she might see the nature of their corruption. She closely examined the child to such a degree that Brother Kevin spake, "What doth she do?" Clemens made his inquiries, and was certain that she passed from the manner of drowning, and expressed this to the master of jailers, who had sought to seek out why the Redeemer had left the healer's chamber. Clemens the healer said he had examined the child for signs of pestilence, though truly he knew the Redeemer's story pertaining to plague was untrue. He bore false witness to the master of jailers, for he bore him no love. The master of jailers told the temptress that she should remain in the house of the infirm, for it was unsafe elsewhere. The Redeemer requested that the mortal remains of her companions be consigned to the fire, so that there may be no chance of plague. The master of jailers acquiesced and took his leave. The brothers gathered at the great forge with Clemens the healer, Andrews master of jailers, Aaron the doubting, and the temptress to pray for the warrior and the child. St. Morse bore their bodies on a platform above the flames. We commit the warrior and the child to your keeping, O Lord, for they are now eternal and everlasting, the master of jailers spake. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. But more to say Father Dillon had, for he was first among the martyrs. Why, he questioned, why the sacrifice? Why the pain? There are no promises save that some are called and some are saved. The child shall not know the hardships for those of us who remain. We commit the warrior and the child to the void with hearts full of joy, for in each death there is new life also. Amen. Elsewhere in the jail, the prophecy of Father Dillon was fulfilled as the beast came forth, though none knew from whence it came, born of jackal or calf. The brothers supped after the ceremony, and Father Dillon did learn of much unhappiness amongst some of the brothers, and their names were Boggs and Rains. And so it was that Father Dillon did go to Brother Boggs and Brother Rains, demanding to know the nature of their unhappiness. I can abide the darkness, the chill, the labyrinthine tunnels, and the things that crawl, but I cannot abide Brother Golick. Brother Rains speaks the truth, spake Brother Boggs, for Brother Golick smelled foul, and had been touched by demons in his head. He wished to walk with Brother Golick no longer. Father Dillon looked to Brother Golick, but Brother Golick had naught to say in his defence, being a timid and simple soul. Who art thou to deny thy brother? Shouted the father. Does not Brother Golick suffer in his misery as you or I do? Thus it was that Brother Golick continued to walk with Brother Boggs and Brother Rains. The temptress joined Father Dillon for the meal, though he did not wish it. He had not yet realized that the deception of the morning star played upon his mind, and did not recognize his Redeemer. I wish to offer thanks for your prayers, for they offer comfort to me in this time of mourning, the Redeemer spake. Father Dillon responded that he expected nor sought thanks, for he was a wretched sinner and did not wish to speak to the temptress. Begone, I am a murderer of women and a rapist also. But the Redeemer would not be swayed, and sat with Father Dillon. Brother Gillis, that is called Junior, there was, and Brother David, and Brother Frank. Dost thou believe in the Lord? Queried Father Dillon. The temptress replied that she did not. Father Dillon continued that there was enough love for the Lord, even enough for a temptress such as she. She would be welcome to wait for the Lord to return to redeem them. As the brothers grew uneasy with the father's words to the temptress, and eyed her with utmost suspicion, the Redeemer decided that it was not her time to reveal her true nature. That night Brother Kevin didst tell Father Dillon that he believed Clemens the healer lay with the temptress. On the morrow, another day of darkness, word spread that Brother Murphy had met with a grievous event, and he was rent asunder, his head split open, and his body torn into 100 pieces. None knew if Brother Murphy had met with folly, or if it was the work of the beast. Ripley, she that is called the Redeemer, sought the counsel of her bishop, and thusly discovered him in a midden. On her way back she was met by 4 of the brotherhood. Brother Gregor there was, Brother William, and Brother Martin also. The demon lust had infected their minds, and led by Brother Junior, they meant to lay with the Redeemer, though she did not wish it. Strong though she was no match for those possessed of the evil one. Her arms and legs they held, and tore they at her clothing. However, before Brother Junior knew her, he was smote by Father Dillon and felled. The father then set about the other brothers, beating them most grievously about the face and head. Thou shalt not fornicate, you have broken your vow, you who were so close to my teachings, the father spake. The brothers saw the error of their ways and begged the father for forgiveness, for his wrath was mighty. He said he would consider it after he reiterated their educations. Much there was to discuss in matters spiritual. The Redeemer smote Brother Gregor and took her leave. And it came to pass that Brother Golick spoke with the tongue of the beast, bathed as he was in the blood of his brothers, Boggs and Rains. Murderer, I name thee, spoke the master of jailers. Nay, cried Golick, it was the dragon slew my brothers. Touched by demons in the head is Brother Golick, Father Dillon stated, but he has never borne false witness. The Redeemer appeared, wishing to speak with Brother Gollick of the dragon, for she knew from counsel of her bishop that the dragon was also known as the beast. The master of jailers denied her, telling her that Gollick was a criminal of the most brutal kind, and they should take their leave. The brothers gathered once again at the eating place. In fairness, I say to you, our world has been turned upon its head of late, the jailer continued. However, we shall strive to continue smoothly, as we always have. At this time the Redeemer entered the eating place and shouted that the beast had taken Clemens the healer. Andrews the jailer called for her to be restrained and returned to the house of the infirm, for the Redeemer had not yet revealed her true nature. The beast then descended upon the jailer unseen and spirited him away. There was much confusion, shouting, weeping, and gnashing of teeth. So vexed was St. Morse that he uttered an oath most foul. In the time that followed the demise of the master of jailers and of Clemens the Merciful, the brothers sought guidance from Father Dillon. He himself looked to the Redeemer, even though he did not yet recognize her. The brothers were much dismayed at this, and their griping was loud. St. Morse spake that the Redeemer should have her brains dashed out against the wall, but Father Dillon prevailed upon him to keep a civil tongue behind his teeth. So it was that under the guidance of the Redeemer, the brothers created a giant conflagration in order to incinerate the beast. The beast was too cunning and not so easily tricked, and rained hellfire upon the brothers tenfold. When it was revealed that the Redeemer was to be the unholy mother, just as it was in Gethsemane, the Redeemer wished for the Lord's cup to pass her by, and she sought to confront the beast that it may slay her. Yet the beast's hand was stayed. A second time she sought release, but Father Dillon felt the Lord's wrath well up within him, and gathered the brothers, and also Aaron the doubting, to tell him that their hour was nigh. He told them he wished to drown the beast in boiling pitch, for they were the chosen. Aaron wished to play no part in Father Dillon's plan. I also wish to sit here, spake St. Morse. Verily, Father Dillon, the first among the martyrs, spoke, thou hast made a bargain with the Lord Almighty to live forever. And the martyr condemned the chosen, one and all. Coward he named them, and weakling also. I and the Redeemer will battle the beast. But St. Morse had a change of heart. I want to see the beast destroyed, and spit on its lifeless body, for it has taken my brothers from me. But I do sorely fear this path is fraught with untold dangers. Can we not wait for others to flock to our aid? But the Redeemer feared the company of West and East would not seek to destroy the beast. She said many others had died before today in order to control the beast, and also said they all may die so that the company could control the beast. Aaron the doubting sought to disagree. All here seek to mock me for my lack of wit, yet I have enough wisdom not to be sentenced to such misery upon this world. And the brothers mocked yet more. Aaron continued, I also have enough wisdom to wait for some formidable weaponry with which to slay the beast. But the Redeemer would not be swayed. The first among martyrs told the chosen that the ground they stood upon was consecrated in their brother's blood, and good and righteous for making their first steps towards the house of the Lord, but only for the brave and pure of heart. Those who begged for the beast's mercy would receive neither from it or from God. St. Morse cheered the rest of the chosen on to redemption and glory. The best laid plan of the chosen was awry. My brothers, St. Morse cried, we must reconsider our course, for my portal is truly vexed, and shall let the beast pass. It shall not pass my threshold, cried Brother Kevin, though it be sorely aggrieved. Brother Jude taunted the beast, and it pursued him. Flee, my brother, Father Dillon exclaimed. Flee as fast as the soles of your feet may convey you. Brother Jude was not fast enough, though, and fell. Brother David cared not for running about in the dark, and had little faith in the plans of the Redeemer. Yet he confronted the beast to his own end. St. Morse and Brother Gregor mistook one another for the beast in the darkness, and laughed most heartily. Their laughter enraged the beast, and it brutally slew Brother Gregor. One and all fell, until all that remained was the Holy Trinity of the Redeemer, Father Dillon, and St. Morse. and Father Dillon gaveth of his life to trap the beast in the boiling pitch. The beast yet lived, and St. Morse spake unto the Redeemer, Baptize the unholy beast in cleansing water. And the Redeemer did as she was bid, and the beast was rent asunder. It was then that men from the company of west and east arrived, and one wore the face of the bishop. Yet this was a false bishop. And the false bishop said unto the Redeemer, You know not of how I can help thee, but only come with me. But the Redeemer did not listen to his venomous tongue. One of his minions sought to wound St. Morse and succeeded. But the Redeemer would not be swayed, and drew St. Morse to his feet, and he felt renewed. Seeing the error of his ways, Aaron, that is also called 85, visited vengeance upon the false bishop, and struck him about the head, shouting, Automaton! The false bishop's minions slew him, and he joined the rest of the chosen. The false bishop clutched his wounds, and cried out that he was not an automaton, but a man, for the blood ran red from his wound, and not white. For the 4th time the Redeemer denied the false bishop's pleadings, as his true intent was revealed, and he said, You must give me the child of the beast, so that I may adore its magnificence. The Redeemer stood on the brink and looked at St. Morse. She nodded her thanks to him, and threw herself into the fire everlasting, giving her life so that men may live without fear of the beast, so that no more may be brought forth. St. Morse gave thanks to the Redeemer, for the unholy Trinity's plans were turned to naught. The evil one, the beast, and the false bishop, one and all. He remembered his fallen brothers, Brother Kevin, Brother Jude, Brother David, Brother Gregor, Brother Troy, Brother Eric, Brother William, and Father Dillon. Of Brother Vincent's fate he was unsure, though in his heart he believed that he had also ascended. And those who had gone before he also remembered, those who had gone to prepare a room for him in the house of the Lord. Foremost in his heart he gave thanks to Ripley, that is called the Redeemer, she who had been sent from heaven as an instrument of divine redemption. St. Morse was all who remained, so that her story would be told, and all who had knowledge would know of her trial and of her triumph. Those who are dead are not dead, spake St. Morse. They have moved up, moved higher. One that is called shall fall, and then be risen, and bear the wounds of Christ in her side. For the Redeemer shall be riding a flaming chariot. Ever she shall be the instrument of the return of the beast, and also its destruction. The master of 2 worlds. Let those who hath understanding reckon her number, for it is a human number. It is the number of souls who escaped the great flood to revive the world, the number of the day that the Lord appeared to Thomas to display the stigmata that she shall also possess, and that same number shall be called for the sacrifice. Her number shall be 8. Look to her coming, and rejoice. May her grace be upon you all. The word of the Lord.